Hello traders, welcome back to my channel. So if your goal is clean and confident entries, if your goal is high probability setups and proper risk handling, then this video is for you. So today I want to break down the Quasimodo pattern or the QM pattern strategy step by step so that you can clearly see, or so that you can see exactly how to trade it with clarity. So let's get started. All right. So now I'm gonna show you from the live market of how how to actually trade this thing. I've done so many videos on this, but I still want to continue because there's still people who still haven't gotten it, and I pray that you'll be able to get it maybe by these videos that I'm actually showing. And I want to show you now in markets that have happened recently or that are happening right now. And definitely I'll look both at synthetics and also at currencies. All right, so remember to show some love by liking this video, subscribing to this channel, and turning on the notification bell so that you don't miss out any trade that we take. So now remember, like we normally say, this thing is very simple, right? It's very simple. Maybe I'll just show you this in a nutshell, and basically what it is and what you need to look for. So whatever you're looking for, a sell or a bearish QM pattern, so this is what we normally look for: break of structure, change of character, and then we are trading this level over here. So we want to see the higher highs. All right, higher highs, higher low, higher high. Then this higher low is broken, and the market gives us a lower high. Then that's when we find our entry, right? Then when it's a bullish QM pattern, the market will be giving us lower lows and lower highs. So this lower high is broken for the market to give us a higher high. Then on this higher low, that's when you find your entry. All right, and like I said in the previous video, it has to align with market structure. The other thing we normally look for is divergence. Yes, what the market is giving us this, right? The higher highs, the awesome oscillator should be doing what? The awesome oscillator should be giving us the lower high. So normally what happens is that this is the divergence, whereby the market and the awesome oscillator normally do the opposite. And in this scenario, while the market is giving us the lower high, the awesome oscillator normally does the opposite, right? Sorry, the opposite supposed to be this way, is like that, right? So while the market is giving us the lower lows, the awesome oscillator give us the what? The high lows. So this is what we call the regular divergence. Sometimes remember, there are several divergences that we use. We don't just have to use the regular divergence. This is what we call the hidden divergence, and this is where we normally check where the market is giving us these lower highs. The awesome oscillator will be giving us what? The awesome oscillator will be giving us the higher highs. And in this particular scenario here, while the awesome oscillator is giving us the higher lows, then the market will be doing what? The market will be giving us the opposite, which is this, right? So they have to do the reverse. So you can either decide to, when you're checking divergences, you can either decide to use the regular divergence. These are the regular divergence here, checking here and here with awesome oscillator, or you can decide to use this one, which you call the what? Which you call the hidden divergence. So those are the two things that we normally check or use as confluence when we are trading the QM pattern strategy. So I want to go straight into the markets, into the charts, and show you a few examples. Right now, I'm gonna use this one of my account that I normally use. As you can see, it's a live account, but I just want to show you a few examples. So we have this. I'll start with this synthetics. We have this crash 300, and as you can see, we're starting from if you start from the daily time frame, you can see, you get the overall picture. All right, you can see the overall picture of what has actually been happening. You can clearly see that the market has been on a downtrend. You can see the market has been on a downtrend. So definitely we are interested in this market once it gets to this level. If we do this, so we are actually interested in this market once it get to this level. So once you go to the 4 hours time frame, you can see that this part acted as a support. It was broken, acted as a resistance. The market came back to this place, tested, broke, and then came back. Once it came back, then you go to the 1 hour time frame, and this is where we had our QM pattern. If I change this into a line chart, you can clearly see here that we had this higher high, we had our break of structure, we had our change of character. Once the market came back to this zone, then this is where you get your entry, you get your confirmation, and you can see how this market just played out all the way to the downside. This looked like a consolidation, perhaps may continue to the downside, or it may go to the upside, and this is on the 1 hour time frame. When you come to jump 75, you can see that on the daily time frame we actually hit this high over here. You can see this high over here. The market came and tapped this part over here. Then we had a retracement. As you can see here, the market retraced all the way back inside, right? Then what happened here on the, I think on the 2 hour time frame, or even on the 4 hour time frame, if you change this into a line chart on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we had our higher high, we had our break of structure. If you can see here, we had our break of structure, we had our change of character. Then the market came to retest that place over there, find our entry. Then look at this, it just dropped, and this is the 4 hour time frame. So for this one, you can see how it actually played out on the 1 hour time frame. For this one, you can see on the 4 hour time frame, and then we have another example on the 4 hour time frame. You can see that this also has been on a downtrend. All right, this has been on a downtrend. You can see then the market came to retest this level here on the 4 hour time frame. You can see if I change this into a line chart, you can clearly see that we had our break of structure. Market went all the way, came back, right? So we had break of structure, change of character. So what we are doing is that we are waiting for the market to come back to our zone. This is our zone over here. Once it gets here, you find your entry. Then look at this. This is 4 hours time frame. Look at how all this has massively been playing out for a couple of days. I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, for almost like 10 to for 2 weeks. This has been on a downtrend. Now, so whether it's on the 1 hour, whether it's on the 4 hours time frame, you can see, or whether it's actually on the daily time frame. If you look at this, this is a volatility 100 on the daily time frame. If I change this into a line chart once more, so I can be able to see, you can see that the market was on a downtrend. Now what do we have here? We had our break of structure, right? We had our change of character. Then, like we say, we wait for the market to come back to this zone. Once the market comes to this zone, find our entry, and look at this. And this is, guys, this is on the daily time frame. This on the daily time. Look at this. For the past couple of days, I mean, for all these days, the market has been playing out massively. Now let's try and look at what we said about our what is it called, divergences. All right, let's just use the default level over here. So you can see, let's start from here. You can, if you look at this, let's just add this quickly. We add indicators, come to Bill William, the awesome oscillator. Okay, all right, you can see at this particular level, look at this, you can see here, while the market was moving up, what do we have here? We had the awesome oscillator moving down. So definitely that is what we call our what? This is what we call what? This is what we call divergence. And you can see here, while the market was moving to the upside, the awesome oscillator was moving to the downside, and that is what we call what? That is what we call divergence. Let's look at this other one on the forward time frame. We'll see if maybe we are gonna find our divergences. All right, let's see if you're gonna find divergence. And remember here, we just use the normal what is it called, the normal settings. We don't change anything on this indicator. We don't change anything at all. So sometimes you can go to lower time frames to see if you'll be able to identify the divergences. You don't have to really specifically just stick to that time frame when it comes to checking your divergences. Sometimes you can move to the lower time frame to see if you can be able to spot your divergences. So remember, we're either looking for our regular divergence, or from here to here we are looking for our hidden divergence. It can be a regular divergence, or it can be the hidden divergence. Remember, what we are doing basically is we're just trying to find confluence. All right, we're just trying to find confluences, because remember, we want to have as many confluences as possible when it comes to trading the strategy. We are trying to find the confluences that we can actually use as entries to cement and our entry. All right, so yeah, I mean, this is quite far back. I wonder where it's hiding itself. Let's see if we're gonna find the divergence. Right, where is it? Okay, so let's see. This is 30 minutes. Okay, then this is 15 minutes. Yes, here it is. So let's see if we can find divergence over here. Let's see. All right, okay, it's not clear, but at this particular level over here, I don't know if this can work. Yes, you can see that even here, all right, in this particular level here, where the market was approaching this level over here, you can see here that the awesome oscillator was doing the opposite. So we want to find those divergences. I mean, on any time frame. When it comes to the divergence, you can actually use any time frame. There is no question about that. All right, let's see if maybe we can see another. You can see divergence on this other one. This was boom 100. Let's try and insert an indicator and see if we'll see the divergence. Right, okay, so this was on the 4-hour time frame. If it's not there on the 4-hour time frame, we go to the 2 hours time frame, or on the 1 hour time frame. We are looking for our divergence at this particular level. Let's see if we can see it on the 30 minutes time frame. All right, so remember, also we can use this particular level over here. All right, you can use this particular, where we are finding our entry. We can also use this to find our divergences. And you can see here, as the market was moving to the upside, the awesome oscillator was moving to the downside, which is what we call, that is actually our regular divergence. And then we had our entry, and the market moved to the downside. And this particular one, for the daily time frame, we are looking for divergence in this particular level. Let's see if it's there. And clearly you can see it's actually there. While the market was moving to the downside here, the lower low, then what happens? The awesome oscillator was moving to the so once you find divergence, you don't use that time frame for your entry. Remember, where you found your QM, that is where you're gonna use your entry. That's where you're gonna find your entry, and you can see this played out. All right, maybe last but not the least, this gold, as you guys can see how gold has just dropped. This is actually today, but you see, for anybody who knows about the QM, you can clearly see here that we had our what? We had our QM pattern. You can see here. Let me try and zoom this out. You can see we had our higher high, and we had our lower low. Then the market came back to this level to tap that level. That is when you could have found your entry and downward and just entered. You can see this. Do you see that? Higher high, lower low, the market retest, and then after that I just dropped. And this is today, and this is something that has happened before. Let me show you. It happened some time ago. It actually happened some time ago. Let me show you. There it is. Here it is. You can see here, as the market was moving to the upside, we had this. What did we have? If I change this to a line chart, we had our break of structure, we had our change of character, then the market approaches this level, taps that, and then look at that. After that, what happened? It just dropped to the downside. So it's as simple as that, guy. It's as simple as that. And like I said in the previous video, what you need to do, first of all, you need to be able to identify or know the market structure, know the direction of the market, then find QM pattern that align with that direction of the market. You can actually refer to that previous video that I just posted recently if you want to understand more on that. But I just wanted to show you guys live scenarios of how they are happening practically on the market, and you can see for yourself how this works. So guys, if you found value in this, remember to show some love by liking this video, subscribe to my channel, and turning on the notification bell so that you don't miss out anytime that we post. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.